Immediately, I read another book. I was reading this at the same time as The Warm Hands of Ghosts because I'm always reading at least 2 books at once. This challenge was to pick a book somebody else gave 5 stars, and I chose The Lies of Locke Lamora. This is a fantasy book about Locke Lamora, who is orphaned at a very young age and ends up recruited into the Gentleman Bastards, which is a group of ragtag thieves, and he's trained by a priest to be just like the best lying, thieving little gang of him and his brothers, who are all also orphans adopted into the system. You get a lot of the flashbacks, the building up their brotherhood and how they were trained. I could picture it so vividly. It felt so fantasy, but also so like gritty and dirty and real out in these like slums with these gangs. You know that the second I was introduced to Jean, and they're like, oh, he a big boy, I was like, say less. That's my favorite character. I loved the whole crew right from the get-go. Their banter is so funny. And I like when I get a competent protagonist who isn't just bumbling around like an idiot. So I was really enjoying that. I enjoyed a lot of the minor characters too. I really liked Kappa Barsavi and his family. Shark fighting sisters that are like muscle mommies. I was into that. It definitely got to the point where I was like, when does Jean get to fight? I get that Locke is the show and he is the main boy, but where is my beefcake? He does fight at the end, and I had been waiting for it, so I was ready. I really enjoyed this book. However, if you've read it, you'll know what I'm referring to, but there was a chapter that at the ending of the chapter, I screamed in horror. I had a bad feeling in my tummy as we were approaching a certain room. I was like, why is everything fucked? But from that point on, I was so mad. I had to put my book in timeout. I agreed with it. I was like, this was really well done. I just need a minute. However, after that point, I had so many big emotions I needed to put somewhere. And instead of the action crescendoing from that point, there was a big lull. Can we get to the point and will Jean get to kill people and maybe take his clothes off? I don't know. Although I loved the ending, I felt like it was a good ending for a solo book. I gave it 4 stars. I really did enjoy it. Had a good time. There were a couple legs for me, a couple lulls, a couple slow points, and I'm just a little unsure of how I feel, how much I care about the sequel. But I know I had a great time overall.